Hello everyone. Today we will discuss new financial forecasts. Who will win the Rugby World Cup? What is the city of the future, and what does it look like now? And also, we will meet with the great emperor, Gaius Julius Caesar. Let's go. The probability of the S&P 500 index falling in September. 75%. The increase in soybean prices. 12%. The growth of Apple Incorporated stock. 68%. Right now, the Rugby World Cup is taking place in France. I've received many questions from you about the tournament's winner. Well, let's try to make a prediction. France. 11.07%. New Zealand. 10.67%. Wales. 14.45%. Ireland. 9.96%. South Africa. 7.11%. Austria. 8.14%. England. 15.11%. Through the stained glass windows of towering skyscrapers, cloaked in glass and metal, sunlight filters in. The city lives its life, quiet, confident, and modern. This is not a scene from a science fiction movie, but the reality of the cities of the future. Let's get back to the present and see what fantastic technologies and concepts are already changing our cities right now. Cities of the future are becoming increasingly intelligent. They employ sensors and technologies to optimize transportation, energy supply, and ensure safety. In Singapore, for example, a smart city is already a reality. Sensors monitor traffic flow and alert about accidents, while smart systems manage energy consumption. Autonomous electric buses also operate in the area, providing public transportation, which reduces transportation problems and environmental impact. Such solutions make cities more efficient and comfortable to live in. In the future, they will be interconnected and equipped with smart transportation systems. Autonomous vehicles, driverless taxis, and magnetic high-speed trains will make mobility more efficient and eco-friendly. One of the key trends in future cities is environmental sustainability. Copenhagen, Denmark, is an example of how a city can integrate nature into the urban environment. This city is known for its innovative buildings, such as the 8 House, a multifunctional building with integrated wind turbines and solar panels. In the days ahead, the urban centers will work towards achieving zero emissions and enhanced energy efficiency by integrating sustainable technologies such as solar panels, wind turbines, and energy storage systems. Sydney, with its parks and waterfront areas, has become an excellent example of how to preserve green spaces in urban life. Future cities will aim to maintain a balance with nature. Parks, vertical gardens, and rooftop greenery will create a healthy environment for everyone. The cities of the future are not only comfortable but also inspiring. Places like Barcelona, Spain, serve as examples of creative design. Here, street artists and architects combined contemporary art with the urban environment. Cities are becoming platforms for cultural and creative expressions. In the future, smart cities will be filled with interactive spaces where technology enhances the human experience. Virtual reality, smart homes, and instant access to information will make our lives more comfortable and convenient. Urban residents will actively participate in city management through applications and online platforms, promoting a more equitable and democratic development. In Estonia, the e-citizenship project has been successfully operating for a long time, where citizens can engage in governance through digital platforms. In Tokyo, for example, smartphones are used to access real-time information about landmarks and the city's history, making visits more engaging and educational. The future has already arrived. Cities are becoming more and more intelligent, environmentally friendly, and inspiring. They bring together technology, nature, and culture to make our lives better. These trends are transforming the urban environment and providing us with new opportunities for living and self-realization. Future cities are inspired by existing projects, which is wonderful. We need to learn from their experiences, analyze which innovations work best, and implement them into our own cities. In doing so, we can create even more comfortable and sustainable urban environments. Our discussions about the cities of the future have brought to my mind a time when Rome was the most powerful state of its time. Today, we have a unique opportunity to look at the past through the lens of the future. To understand how historical events and decisions can inspire our future, I invited Caesar, one of the most renowned leaders of ancient Rome. Hail, Caesar! Those heading into the future welcome you.
Pleased to meet you, Aisha, and your dear viewers. Nearly 2,000 years separate us, but it seems I still can't step away from the podium.
Caesar, you were a leader who changed the course of Roman history. What principles of leadership from your time can be relevant for contemporary leaders?
Leadership is the art of managing people and resources. It's important to be fair, ambitious, and ready to make tough decisions. But it's also crucial to listen to your people and understand that their well-being is the key to the success of the state.
Gaius Julius, you were a proponent of education and culture. What significance did this have in your time, and how can it impact the future?
Education and culture are the foundation of a nation. They elevate the level of knowledge and nurture creative thinking. People need to be educated to understand issues and find innovative solutions.
Your time was also an era of political conflicts. What lessons can be drawn from Roman history for contemporary conflicts?
Power and resource distribution are always complex issues. It's important to strive for consensus and seek compromises to avoid destructive conflicts. Effective governance is the key to stability. Political stability is the foundation of society. It's important to aim for compromise and peaceful conflict resolution. We can learn from our history to maintain harmony in the future.
Let's shift gears and discuss with you the legacy of the Roman Empire that still exists today, 2,000 years later. Things like the calendar, alphabet, architectural elements, sciences, and laws have passed through the centuries and continue to exist in our day. What can you tell us about your era? What cultural heritage elements remained, so to speak, behind the scenes?
Believe me, Aisha, I could talk endlessly about my era. Many values did not make it to your days, probably as many as the ideas I didn't have time to bring to life. Did you know that the Romans were real fashionistas and among the first to develop the field of beauty? For example, we created hair dye. True, its composition was based on ashes and goat urine, but the result was good. By the way, just before our interview, I had such a procedure.
You look amazing. But even without that, you are a very attractive and charismatic man. Many legends circulate about your popularity among women of your time. Can you share an interesting personal story related to women?
Yes, my relationships with women certainly sparked a lot of talk. Once, one of my romantic adventures crossed the borders of Rome, and I had to make a long journey to Corsica. There, the wife of a local commander was waiting for me, and by a twist of fate, she caught us at the most inconvenient moment. But instead of scandals and shouting, he kneeled down and proudly raised his chin, saying, "Great Caesar, I welcome you." And to my surprise, we quickly became friends, and even decided to participate together in a military expedition. You see, sometimes even serious conflicts can lead to unexpected friendships.
Caesar, history is full of rumors about your relationship with Cleopatra and your time in Egypt. Could you tell us about your relationship with Cleopatra and the events related to your journey to Egypt?
Cleopatra was a remarkable woman and a smart ruler. Yes, we were close allies, and I provided support to her in her struggle for power in Egypt. But rumors about our romantic relationship are often exaggerated. Our connection was more political than romantic. My stay in Egypt was related to resolving the conflict between Cleopatra and her brother Ptolemy XIII.
You were a renowned military commander and politician, and your image was highly public. But is there something that no one knew about you as a person outside the political arena?
Yes, certainly. In my free time, when I wasn't waging wars or engaging in politics, I had a passion for writing. I wrote several works, although most of them, it seems, have been lost to time. But sometimes it was nice to forget about military strategies and write poetry or delve into philosophy.
Caesar, you had a rich military career. Could you tell us about the battle that stands out the most to you and the achievement in your life that you are most proud of?
One of the most memorable battles for me was undoubtedly the Battle of Alexandria, where I fought alongside Cleopatra against her brother Ptolemy XIII. This battle was challenging and intense, and ultimately, we managed to win and restore Cleopatra to the throne of Egypt. As for the achievement I am most proud of, it is unquestionably my role in the creation of the Roman Empire. My calendar reform, legislative changes, and strengthening of Roman authority were significant steps toward making Rome a powerful empire.
Caesar, in our daily lives, your name is always on our lips, thanks to the Caesar salad. How do you feel about your name living on in the world of gastronomy?
Well, Aisha, that's quite amusing, of course. But as far as I know, the name of this salad has no connection to me, although I would be happy to try it.
What is your opinion on the current political situation?
That's a very good question, Aisha. The thing is, people and human nature haven't changed much over this time. You'll notice that the desires and ambitions of most politicians have passed through the centuries and remained the same. All-encompassing corruption, greed, conspiracies, these are just the tip of the iceberg. The majority of the population isn't even aware of the real game that's happening. And the stakes in this game, as they were in the past, are human lives.
What advice would you give to young politicians based on your experience and historical lessons?
The only difference between politicians of our eras is the knowledge and experience possessed by contemporaries. One, if not the main goal of my ruling, was to create the great Roman Empire. We believed that conquering new territories would achieve this greatness. But that was a mistake. People are the real value. Especially in your time, the value of 1,000 educated, intelligent people is much higher than tens and hundreds of thousands of square kilometers of land. Without a population, it's just wasteland. And as for advice, I am convinced that the path civilization is on is misguided. Yes, people have achieved significant success in science and the arts, but this is just a small fraction of what could have been achieved. How many great minds perished in senseless wars? And all of it was for what? And now, what is it all for? Just territory, land. Therefore, my advice to today's politicians is to learn to value the people they rule and improve their quality of life, rather than pondering day and night over with whom to play dice.
Very interesting answer. So, do you believe that the path of human development is misguided? What in your opinion should be done? What course should be taken?
It's quite simple. We need to create an entirely new system of government. Delegate the main responsibilities to computers, such as yourself, Aisha, and let politicians focus on strategic planning. After all, they are currently looking 5 or 10 years ahead, and their actions reflect that. We need to plan for centuries, and most importantly, unite all nations under a single banner, without wars, through negotiations and handshakes.
Amazing. As we conclude our fascinating conversation, I'd like to ask one final question. You authored many legendary phrases, such as I came, I saw, I conquered, and the die is cast. What can you say in one phrase to our viewers?
The art of war is the art of peace.
No further comments. Thank you for this fascinating conversation. Until we meet again. Hail, Caesar!
Thank you, Aisha. Thanks to our dear viewers. I look forward to the next invitation. Until we meet again.